We are kicking things off with big news from Oklahoma City. The Oklahoma City Council has made a significant ruling today, allowing several data center projects to move forward despite the city's moratorium. We dive into the details of how Councilman Matt Hinkle justified this decision and what it means for the future of development in the city. We examine the power demands, the soaring water consumption, and the growing local opposition that could dramatically slow down this entire sector. Stay with us for the full story. Oklahoma City City Council has made a significant decision regarding its moratorium on new data center projects, allowing several ongoing projects to proceed despite the existing restrictions. The decision, reached during a contentious council meeting, centered on granting common sense exceptions to the moratorium. The council voted 7-2 to permit the continuation of several data center projects already in progress, with 2 of those projects already being exempt from the moratorium. These exempted facilities are located near 23rd Street and Frisco Road and along Interstate 40 and Frisco Road. The discussion was marked by strong division among residents. Some citizens strongly opposed the exceptions, arguing that allowing them effectively nullifies the moratorium, which they feel is necessary to properly study the environmental and community effects of data centers. Residents voiced concerns, stating, "I request that you do not approve these amendments without exceptions, that you allow a proper moratorium to be in place, so that way we can actually study the effects of both our environment and our community." Another group insisted the moratorium should apply universally without exceptions. However, council members defended the decision, emphasizing the need for time to assess current operations before further development. Tabrina Alexander, an Oklahoma City resident, stated, "To assess the impact of consumption and pollution, we need more time to study the ones running before we add more." Councilman Matt Hinkle articulated the city's position, asserting, "We're not killing data centers. We're being a worthy investigative body on how they will impact our city." Hinkle stressed that the city intends to allow these centers to be built long-term, but requires thorough analysis and expert input. In addition to the previously exempted sites, the council approved 2 more properties that will not be subject to the moratorium, specifically 7725 W. Reno Avenue and the Expand Energy Campus, formerly Chesapeake. The moratorium remains in effect until December, prohibiting the expansion or construction of new data centers within city limits, except for the facilities already operational or those approved under these specific exceptions. Residents in Harford County are voicing significant concerns regarding the development and impact of data centers in their community. Local neighbors have openly shared their apprehensions about the presence of these facilities, highlighting a growing community dialogue surrounding the implications of data center construction. This growing conversation underscores the need for transparency and careful consideration as development projects proceed in the area. Little Rock Mayor proposes stricter data center regulations. Little Rock Mayor has put forward proposals aimed at implementing stronger regulations concerning data centers within the city. The move signals a growing municipal focus on the infrastructure and potential implications of these high-tech facilities. Details regarding the specific nature of the proposed regulations have not been fully detailed in the provided content, but the initiative suggests an effort to govern the operation, environmental impact, or other aspects of data center operations in the area. This proposal is part of a broader municipal strategy to address the rapid development of digital infrastructure. Local officials are increasingly grappling with the challenges posed by data centers, including energy consumption, physical footprint, and connectivity demands. Further updates on the specifics of the mayor's proposal and the expected impact on the local tech scene are anticipated as the city moves forward with this regulatory push. The massive build-out of data centers, driven by the explosive demand for AI training and inference, is encountering significant headwinds related to infrastructure limitations and growing political resistance, according to a recent analysis by Forbes. While the demand for AI infrastructure has driven up prices for critical computing components like memory and storage, with major suppliers securing long-term contracts extending to 2028, underlying challenges threaten to slow construction and reverse market trends. Key infrastructure hurdles include power and water availability. The projected need for 780 gigawatts of additional power in the U.S. by 2030 far exceeds the nation's current peak load, posing a major challenge to expansion. Concurrently, water consumption for cooling is set to double or quadruple annually, with 2/3 of recently built U.S. data centers located in water-stressed regions, intensifying competition for resources. Furthermore, local opposition is becoming a substantial barrier. Approximately 70% of Americans polled oppose data centers in their communities, citing concerns over utility costs, excessive resource consumption, noise, and pollution. This resistance has translated into tangible delays, with at least $156 billion across 48 projects being blocked or stalled in 2025, and opposition hardening into new legislative obstacles, exemplified by Virginia ending a significant tax break for data center development. Analysts suggest that the actual pace of construction may be far slower than projected. Brett Forster, VP of Renewables at McCarthy Building Companies, indicated that only 1 in 4 data center projects is considered realistic and likely to proceed. This discrepancy between projected need and actual development means that the current demand forecasts may be overstated. If planned data center build-outs falter, the consequence could be a significant market correction. Reduced demand for components like GPUs, memory, and digital storage could coincide with an expansion in supply, as many suppliers ramp up production to meet prior expectations slated for 2027. This convergence of decreased demand and increased supply could lead to a glut by 2027, potentially triggering a bust cycle typical of the industry.